All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. So this video is going to be based off, the Apostle Tahar's video that he did regarding the what is the lamb with the two horns in the book of Revelations. And while I was watching the video, he was mentioning how brothers need to know the breakdowns of the scriptures, and as that's true, because you can't just depend on the next man to always be there to break everything down. You have to know how to break the scripture down as well for yourself. All right, first and foremost, because you're not going to know everything yet. That's what you still should be striving for, striving for that perfection to know everything. All right, and it's not going to happen overnight. Yeah, you have to put that work in order for that to happen. To strive for that in order for you to attain that. All right, because what if that guy isn't there that you always depend on to answer the questions for you, like when you at camp or whatnot? What if he ain't there, and then you happen to be speaking that day, and then a random bug out come up and ask a question in the scriptures, and you don't even know the answer, you know, because you always depending on the next person to answer that, to answer things like that. So you have to, strive to be the guy to have answers as well, man. If you calling yourself a prophet of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right. And what I'm saying applies to myself as well, You gotta, you gotta, like I said, strive for it, all right. And that's what, when I heard the apostle going into that, that's what made me want to do this lesson, speaking on that, how we all have to be on a level in general. If you call yourself a man, a great millstone, all right, a prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you have to be on the level as far as breaking down the scriptures and understanding the scriptures, because you're supposed to have the understanding to break down the scriptures just like the apostles on down, and every other brother, because this information is out there. The breakdowns are out there, so you can't even say that you don't have a way to get the breakdown or the information, because the apostles Ben went through pretty much all the breakdowns, so you could find them on YouTube, Daily Motion. You could look up history. You got books out there. If you don't have the physical book, you could look it up online. We're in a day and age where the information is so easily accessible that there's really no excuses for being ignorant these days and not knowing things. All right. So the first scripture I want to get is in 2 Timothy 2:15, and it says, "Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai." Yeah, and that's right. It's not about studying to show yourself approved amongst men, all right, just to impress the apostles or just to impress people that may hear you or watch your videos. No, you're studying to be approved, to show yourself approved unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, first and foremost, all right. That's who you should be worried about impressing. That's who you should be worried about pleasing, all right. And that should be your motivation of wanting to be on a higher level, to show yourself approved unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that you putting your best foot forward, so to speak. It says, "A workman that needeth not to be ashamed." Yeah, and you wouldn't be ashamed if you have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The only time you're ashamed is if you don't know the answer to something, if you're not sure about something. But if you're sure about it, then what? You're not ashamed. You're more confident. You're more bold when you're speaking. All right, because you have that understanding and you looked into it and you know that it's true. All right, that's just like the mark of the beast. You could speak about that real boldly and confidently, because why? Because you know that in Revelations 13 to 16, 15 to 16, that's what it's talking about. Because it's not anything else that it could be talking about. You looked into it, or you did your research, and you know that it's true. So the same goes for everything else in the scriptures. If you have the understanding on the scriptures, all right, you're not going to be ashamed. All right. You're going to be confident, more bold. So it says, study to show thyself approved unto the Yahweh Shem Shai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And that's right, man. It's all about rightly dividing the word of truth, breaking down the scriptures correctly, man. And how can you break down the scriptures if you don't have the understanding? All right, that's when you're ashamed and you can't rightly divide the word of truth, when you don't have the understanding on it. All right. Like I said, people could come up, ask you a question, and then you're just gonna sit there not having an answer, and you're gonna look bad pretty much at that point. Like, and at the same time, like I was saying, you're not gonna know every last thing, yet you should still strive for that. Being well-rounded, under knowing a little bit about all things, but striving first and foremost for perfection. And to breaking down the scriptures, man. All right. Because that's what matters. If you're going into prophecies, when you're on the highways and hedges, all right, anything can happen. So you should have understanding on what you're reading, man. Like the scriptures speak on. With all like get understanding. So you can't just be reading and then just read over stuff and not even know what it's talking about and just continue reading. You gotta get the understanding, man. And like I said, that information is out there, whether it's on YouTube, Daily Motion, if it was taken down from YouTube, is that information is still out there and easily accessible if you wanted to get it. All right, all you have to do is put in that work, pretty much. And the next scripture I want to get is in Sirach, the 5th chapter. I'm gonna start at 11. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Now, that's what you're supposed to do, of course. If you don't know the answer to something, you gotta just be like, you don't know the answer. Yet, you shouldn't want to be in that type of situation where you don't have the answer. You want to be in a situation where you do have the answer. All right. You want to have the understanding to answer your neighbor. So if Jake come up to you, or if a heathen come up to you, Esau roll up on you, try to throw some madness out there, you have the understanding to confound that Edomite or heathen. And then if a Jake come up and ask you a question sincerely in the scriptures regarding the breakdown, you have the understanding in order to go into that. Oh, that's talking about this. Go get this precept, get that precept, and then backing up your point and further validating the scriptures and proving your point, and edifying the Jake. All right. And that comes by what? Like I went into in 2 Timothy 2:15, by studying to show yourself approved. All right. Because when you're out there in the highways and hedges, you're basically you're representing Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So if you're representing Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you should want to do that to the best of your ability by studying to show yourself approved. So regardless of any question that may be thrown at you, you can go into that. And continuing on, it says, if thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. Yeah, because say if you try to go into some scriptures or something that you don't know and you just making it up, as you're going, making it up as you're speaking, and you don't even know what it really means. You're gonna bring more shame upon yourself, man. Make yourself look bad. All right, because honor and shame is in your talk. So you could easily make yourself look bad if you trying to go into a breakdown that you don't know about. You're better off not even saying nothing, like the scripture said further up. Laying your hand upon your mouth at that point. That's why you don't want to be at that point. You want to have the understanding so that you can give the answer. and the proper answer. And verse 14 says, "Be not called a whisperer, and not lie in wait with thy tongue, for a foul shame is upon the thief, and an evil condemnation upon the double tongue." The point I want to hit is in verse 15. It says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small." So that's what you should be striving for, man. Not being ignorant in any great matter or any small matter, especially regarding the scriptures, man. You know, that's what you should be striving to be. You know, not be. All right, not being ignorant in anything in the scriptures, regard even if it's a deep breakdown to a basic breakdown, man. All right, you should be striving to get the understanding on that so that you can be able to bring it out and break it down for yourself and not just depend upon the next brother to break it down. All right, you got to be able to do it for yourself, man, because the scriptures speaks on seek out thy own salvation, you know, because the next person, the next brother, his works and everything isn't going to save you. All right, it's about your works that's going to save you. So since it's about your works, man, what do you have to do? You have to study to show yourself approved, like I went into in 2 Timothy 2:15. It says study to show yourself approved, not the next man studying to show that you're approved. All right, that you're cool just because you're in the camp, so to speak. All right, just because you're trying to follow after Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. No, man, you have to study to show yourself approved. Prove yourself, man. All right, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that you're a real servant and trying to do the best that you can, man. Putting your best foot forward, because that's what it's about. All right, and like the apostle said, if you go calling yourself a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and a man, especially a man at a great millstone, you got to know the breakdowns, and you got to be doing on fire, man, as far as like doing what you're supposed to do, man. All right, and that's full circle, studying, all right, doing your lessons and knowing the breakdowns, man. All right, and representing yourself in a certain way that you're supposed to, because you're representing Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so I just wanted to make this quick lesson on that because I was watching a video and I wanted to make, like the apostles always say, while the Spirit was on me, just do it, instead of putting it off till later and maybe not doing it if I would have did that. So, Lord's will, the lesson was edifying. I want to give our praises again to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Rakak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.